On November 12, 2015, Robert and Marisol Best arrived at Robert's parents' Riverview, Florida home. Robert was due in court later that day, and his parents, Virgil and Shirley, wanted to pray with the couple before the trial began. When Robert entered the home, he found his parents lying dead on the floor. They had each been shot in the head. When homicide detectives arrived at the scene, they quickly discovered that Robert was a convicted felon and learned about his upcoming trial. With Robert now the prime suspect in his parents' homicide, investigators haul him down to the station for questioning.
Tell me how we kind of got here this morning.
I have a court case in Polk County, and my parents had asked if we could stop over on our way this morning, and they wanted to pray with us. And I agreed. So I told them I'd be over there between 6:30, because we would need to leave their house by 7. And got over there this morning, and I saw that they were up, or I thought that they were up because all the lights were on. And I walked in to the back patio area, and it's where everybody comes in, and went to the back door and knocked. When I knocked, I noticed the door was partially, cracked open. And I looked, and I could see my mom laying on the floor. I pushed the door open, and I went to check her to see. And, she was dead, and there was blood everywhere. And I turned, and I saw my father, and I checked him, and I just left. I walked back out and told my wife not to come in, and hand me the phone. And we waited till the police officer to get there. I called my sister and told her to call my brother and get over there. And the rest of you guys got there, and that was it.
Okay. All right. Again, words can't describe how sorry I am for you. So.
It's not how you want to see your parents.
No, I can only imagine. You said you got over there a little bit after 6.
I believe so. I think it was around 6:30. Whatever time. We'd only been there like 2 minutes. We just walked right in.
When you went inside, and so that I've asked everybody, all the adults, the same series of questions, and it's a lot of them. We've obviously been here for a while talking to your siblings and your wife and your stepbrother, or not stepbrother, your brother-in-law. So we ask a bunch of questions, and that's just so that we have a good understanding of what's going on. So,
yes.
When you arrived this morning, okay. Or when you arrived this morning, did you park your truck where the truck is still currently sitting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you're looking at the house, which side of the house is that?
The right-hand side of the house.
Okay. Did you walk around that side, or did you walk to the other side of the house?
I walked around toward the end, to the right, around the right-hand side of the house, and went out to the patio.
Okay. Was the patio door locked or unlocked?
Unlocked.
Okay. Is the patio door normally locked or unlocked?
It's always been unlocked every time I've been over there.
Okay. And you went to the back where there's a set of French doors,
yes,
correct?
Sir.
All right. Are those normally locked or unlocked?
They're unlocked when we come over. It's during the day, but I'm sure they're locked at night.
Okay. Have you ever known your parents or seen your parents to leave their doors open and stuff throughout the night? Or is it pretty much, as far as you know, they've always locked up at night?
I remember one case of going over there at night and the doors were locked. And I'm sure they're very security conscious, so I'm sure they would keep them locked.
Okay.
Only time they've been unlocked is like during the day when we're in and out there and everything.
Okay. When you went inside the house, you said that you touched your mom. Did you move your mom or shift your mom's body? How did you touch her?
I just reached out. I don't even remember what I touched. But I just 2 fingers, and I could tell.
Okay.
But I didn't shift her or anything.
Okay. Did you touch or move your dad?
No, I touched him, saying with 2 fingers, and that was it.
Okay.
But nothing moved.
Okay. Did you see any gun anywhere?
No. I saw no guns.
Did you move
They
them?
usually have guns. I mean, my father always has one at his chair, and my mom sits on the couch. There's like a console, and she always has it sitting on top of it. When we bring the kids over, she'll literally pick it up and open the console, put it in the console while the kids are there.
Okay, what kind of gun is that?
My mom has a 38, I believe, revolver, and my father has a 44 Magnum and a 40 and a 22. I don't know which one he keeps wearing, but they have them all over the house.
Okay.
So like a couch console? Is that what you mean?
It's like a big leather couch, and there's like a console, like an armrest, and it opens up.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you didn't disturb anything, you didn't move anything?
No, I didn't touch anything but the door
Okay.
and my parents.
Okay. So let's back up now. About what time did you leave your house?
Probably around 6:15.
6 to 6:15. Did you go from your house straight to your parents' house?
We stopped at the Wawa right before my parents' house.
Which Wawa is that? Is that what road?
If you come out on Big Bend onto 301, you take a right heading towards Riverview. On the right-hand side, it's a brand new one.
So Big Ben and 301? Okay. What'd you get at Wawa?
This water.
Okay. Did you get anything else? Pack of cigarettes or anything like that?
Actually, I stayed in the truck and my wife ran in. She got a water and she got herself, I think, an Arizona tea or something.
Okay. So you stayed in the truck?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you think that was, and what time do you think that you left your house? Because if you got to your parents between 6 and 6:30 and you made a stop, what time would you say that you?
Between 6:16. It's only like a 10-15 minute drive.
Okay, so it's a fairly close distance between you and your mom and dad's
Yes,
house.
sir.
All right. What time did you wake up this morning?
I think 5:30.
5:30?
I woke up enough to get a shower and get dressed and then leave there I told my wife I wanted to leave by 6 or 6:15.
Okay. What time were you said you had a court thing today in Polk
It
County?
was supposed to be, the actual hearing was 8:30, but my attorney asked me to be there at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
So I wanted to make sure I left my parents by 7.
Okay. And you said that your wife,
She dialed it on her phone.
okay,
I asked her to call, and then I said, "Do you know the address?" And she said, "No." I said, so she handed it to me.
and so because you knew the address better. Okay. Do you have a phone, or did you have a phone?
Yeah, I didn't think I could talk.
All right. Going back to, so you get up about 5:30. What time did you go to bed last night?
Probably around 11.
11. Is that in bed or is that asleep?
To be honest with you, I don't know. Probably just laying in bed. I
Okay.
didn't sleep very well.
Okay. Were you restless last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you at all, between 11 o'clock and 5:30 this morning, did you at any point leave the house?
No.
Stayed at the house the entire time?
Yes, sir.
You didn't go out for any walks, get some fresh air, anything
No,
like
sir.
that? Okay. What time did you went to bed at 11, what time did you arrive back at your house before 11? Okay, we're moving backwards. So if you went to sleep at 11, how long had you been at your house by the time you went to bed?
All day.
All day?
We only left the house once. We took my son's birthday is today. We took him to the Village Inn to have lunch, and we came back and I stayed there. We all took naps, and when she got up, she took the kids to her parents' house.
Okay, do you remember about what time that was?
I want to say around 5 or 6.
Okay.
5 or 6 p.m. Sorry.
And where did she have to take the kids to?
Winter Park near Orlando.
Okay. And was that to her parents' house?
Mhm.
Okay. What,
I think they met her partway. I'm not sure. They usually do. We usually ask them to.
okay, so you normally meet, okay. What time did she get back home?
7 maybe, 8 o'clock. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you guys sleep in the same bed?
Yes.
Okay. Did she go to bed with you at 11 o'clock last night?
Yeah, we went to bed at the same time.
Okay. Did you at any point see her up and out of the bed or anything like that?
No.
Nothing at all.
Not even to pee.
Okay.
What were you restless about?
Court hearing today.
So it was just on your mind,
Yeah.
keeping you up. Okay.
Okay. What do you remember about what time you were at the Village Inn?
Around noon.
Okay. Did you go anywhere else other than the Village Inn?
On the way home, we stopped by the bank over in Sun City, PNC Bank.
Is that your bank?
Yes.
Okay.
That's your personal bank or your business bank?
Business.
Okay.
I stopped by there, the ATM there.
Okay. Did you stop anywhere else or go anywhere else?
I think we stopped at coming back from the bank, we stopped at Circle K and got drinks.
Okay. What time did you arrive home, would you say?
Maybe 2.
2? Okay. Were you guys in the truck?
Yes.
Okay. What vehicles do you have?
We have a Lincoln, and then a buddy of mine buying a truck from him, which is a Raptor, a Ford Raptor.
Okay. Do you currently have that truck?
Yes,
Where's that at?
it's at the house. It was out of gas.
Okay. All right. And anything else?
And the truck that I drove over there is my buddy's truck. I borrowed his truck.
Okay, so was that a Platinum? Is that like a Ford Platinum?
F-350, yeah.
The one that says house is a 350?
No, the one at my parents' house. The Platinum is a 350.
Is that the one at your parents' house?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking. Is that a Ford Platinum?
Yes.
Okay. And that's his truck.
Yes.
And then he has his Raptor at your place as well?
Well, I'm buying the Raptor.
Oh, you're buying it, okay.
Any other vehicles or modes of transportation?
Motorcycles. There's 2 motorcycles there.
Okay. What kind of motorcycles are they?
Harley, only kind.
American made V-twin. Okay. What years? Are these newer Harleys, older Harleys, collectors?
They're newer, 2015, I believe.
Okay. Matching?
No.
Okay. Just 2 different. What types of Harleys are they?
That's a Street Glide and
Okay.
I think a Road Glide.
Street Glide and a Road Glide. The big boys.
Mm-hmm.
The big boys.
Yeah, big.
Who drives those? They both.
I drive the Street Glide. My partner drives the Road Glide. Or
Okay.
Plans to.
Okay. All right. Yesterday when you guys were out and about, and I may have already asked this, what vehicle were you in?
I drove the motorcycle to Village Inn
Okay.
and met them there.
Okay.
And from there, we took the truck,
Which truck?
the Raptor, to
Okay.
do all the running around in. And then when we came back, she just dropped me off there and we followed each other back to the house.
Okay. All right.
What'd she use to go to Orlando in?
The Raptor.
The Raptor? Okay.
What is the oh, I lost my train of thought. So she got back around 8 o'clock
I
last
believe
night.
so.
And I understand that time may be a
I'm not
little,
looking at the clock.
yeah, time may be a little foggy. As it goes to the buddy, does he stay with you? Does he live with you? What's his
No,
name?
he lives in Michigan.
What's his name?
Joe.
Last name? How old is he?
Same age as my wife.
So
29.
29, 30. How'd you meet him?
I've known him about 10 years. We actually met gaming a long time ago, and he lived in Miami at the time, and he was a mechanic, and we ended up meeting up and becoming really good friends.
Okay. What kind of gaming?
World of Warcraft.
Do you like that game?
Yeah.
Okay. How many hours a day do you spend on that thing?
Not often. It used to be I was hardcore raider in one of the top guilds, and we raided quite a bit. But now I don't even think I've been on it in a month.
Okay. What's your screen name on that?
Anunnaki.
Can you spell that for me?
ANUNNAKIA.
Okay. You gotta help me out with Anunnaki. What is that?
You don't know what the Anunnaki is?
No.
I don't know. Anunnaki, some people think were like the original blue blood. Some think that they were aliens. Some said they built Atlantis.
Okay.
Mm.
So is it like a
Some say they're angels.
historical,
Yeah.
like mythological?
Yeah.
Or ancient
I
history.
have a female character, so I just added an A to it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the Nakia, and then you add.
It's Anunnaki is what the
Oh, okay.
angels and whatever you believe they were or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I
Just added
understand. Okay. Are you doing any other gaming other than World of Warcraft?
We played Diablo.
I haven't played that one. Is it a good game?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Something you can do by yourself. You don't have to worry about rating.
Right. You don't have to be involved in guilds and do all that stuff. All right. Do you have a name for your Diablo character screen name?
We had lots of them. I mean,
It's not as unique necessarily.
like
as,
my main character in World of Warcraft is Anunnaki. That's
Right.
my main that I always play. But in Diablo, it's just I probably have 8 or 10 different ones.
Okay, so it's a different setup than what World of Warcraft is. Okay.
Because basically, Diablo is a storyline. Once you finish it, you're done with it. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it's. I
I
thought.
mean, you can continue on at higher levels and stuff like that with the same character, but
So they don't do updates and it's not constantly changing like
well,
World
they
of
just had
Warcraft
an
is.
expansion. Yeah,
Okay, they
they
did.
added more content.
Okay.
You can go up higher level.
My kids are into, and I know that to a true gamer that plays on a PC, Xbox gaming is completely not really
Yeah.
gaming. So I understand that, but
They have Diablo on Xbox. Though.
they do. But he's gotten into Destiny, which is it's a shooter game, but
Yeah, I
it's
hate the first-person shooters.
but it's kind of set up as in a World of Warcraft style. So
Oh,
you
okay.
create a character, then he has a specific. I think he's a hunter.
Right.
And so then within that character, he obviously levels up and the content is constant. Every Tuesday, they drop a new
Oh,
thing of content. So the game is constantly changing. You're constantly with your group. You have to do the raid. You have to do that stuff. He gets in trouble for being on it too much.
All
A
that.
lot.
so involved.
Yes, he becomes very involved in it. Okay. So you met Joe about 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Now, earlier when we discussed, you said that you are buying and selling medical imaging equipment. Talk to me about that.
Just we'll find like used equipment or whatever and refurb it and sell it.
Okay. You're refurbing it?
I'm having it refurbed. Yeah.
Okay, so are you are you going into hospitals, tearing it all out, or doctor's office, or is it stuff that I don't know anything about imaging equipment? So.
Sometimes the hospitals will sell it. Other times we deal through .med, which is an online like auction.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then where does it get refurbed at?
Most of the time we'll have it refurbed. Joe has like body people that do it. We just repaint them and stuff like that. But a lot of the times what we've been doing mostly is just like we'll buy the equipment and sell it as is. So most of the time we don't even touch it.
Okay.
We find buyers for it, or a buyer will ask us to look for a certain piece and we'll try to find it and get the best deal we can.
So you're a broker for it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where's your refurb group? What city are you in? State? Where do they live?
Let me refurb group.
You said that sometimes you have to have them refurbished. Most of the time not, but sometimes you do. Where are they located?
Miami.
In Miami? Okay.
Do you know these guys, or is it just
No,
just a company you contracted with?
somebody that Joe knows.
Okay. Where is Joe currently?
Michigan.
He's currently in Michigan. When was the last time he was in Florida?
Probably a month and a half ago.
Okay. Where does he stay when he's down here? Does he stay with you or stay with?
He gets a hotel room most of the time. He has stayed there with us, but it's really cramped. So
Okay.
he'll usually get a room.
Okay. And so he was down a month and a half ago. How frequently does Joe come down?
He's only been down like twice.
Okay.
He's in the process of trying to sell his house, or finish his house and get it sold, and they're moving down here, him, his wife and his baby.
Okay. What how frequently do you guys meet or talk or communicate?
We talk all the time.
Daily?
Mhm.
Okay. Skype or cell phone or email or yes?
Yeah, all the above. Not Skype, we've never Skyped.
Okay. Do you have a phone number for Joe?
Yeah,
Do you have any other numbers for Joe? Does it have to be, do you have more than one?
that's the only number I have for him.
When did you guys go into business together?
Probably 6 months ago or so.
Okay. Prior to 6 months ago, had you guys met up and been communicating or just through online stuff?
No, we'd met up years ago.
Okay.
Before he moved to Michigan, he lived here in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a transplant up there. All
Well,
right.
I think he was a transplant down here and then back up there
And you guys just met gaming and stuff down here.
originally 10 years ago.
Were you in Miami at the time or was?
No, he was in Miami. I was here, and he came up and met us. He brought his wife. Now it was his girlfriend at the time or whatever. And we had dinner together and stuff like that. And then every once in a while he'd come up and we'd game together in the same room and stuff.
Okay. What's the connection to go into business together? I understand
We've just
you
known each other forever, and
Okay.
I was struggling. I didn't have the money to be able to buy, because if I buy a piece of equipment and then ship it, sell it, it's sometimes 3 months before I get money.
Okay.
So you're sitting there waiting forever.
So this was your business before he was involved? Okay.
Is he an investor in it? Is that essentially the deal or?
Well, he brought money into it.
Okay. How much money do you bring into it if I can ask?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, he's bought a couple pieces of equipment basically. So I mean, it's not like he just set straight money up. He would buy equipment and we'd ship it off and wait to get money back, and then we'd split it.
Okay. Other than Ford mechanic, what has he done? He's 30 years old.
He's always been a mechanic as far as I know. I know he's a Porsche mechanic, and he worked on motorcycles and stuff like that.
Okay. Good. The reason I'm asking is I'm looking at a Ford Platinum, and I'm looking at a Ford Raptor, and I know enough about Fords to know that those are high-end trucks. Those are.
Oh yeah. Well, he worked for a Ford dealership or whatever, and he makes really good money. He made really good money with it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he was in plus working side jobs. He would always tell me, "Oh, I'm doing this, putting this turbo on this diesel and stuff like that," and he'd make like $3-4 grand just to do that. Take him a couple days.
Okay. All right. Did Joe ever meet your parents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
He actually. My dad was talking about how his front tires were wearing really bad, and he would take it to the dealership, and they kept saying, "You need to come in for alignment like some ridiculous amount, like 1,000 miles or 1,500, whatever."
Right.
And Joe was like, "What?" So he said, "If you want, I can take a look at it." And he went up underneath and looked at it. He said, "Man, everything is perfect on it." He said, "Do you ever haul anything?" He said, "Yeah, it's basically the only time we use this truck." And excuse me. So he said, "Well, how heavy a load?" And he said, "Well, it's that camper factory, 70,000 pounds." He goes, "Well, that's your problem." He said, "The truck is aligned, but when you put that weight on it, it lifts the front a little bit and it makes it out of line." He said, "You can fix that just putting an air ride kit or something on or whatever." And my dad said, "Well, that's, I was thinking about that. I didn't know if that would help it or what." He said, "Yeah." He said, "If you want to order it, I'll put it on for you. I won't charge you nothing, And so he did. My dad ordered all the parts, and me and Joe went over there and spent almost a whole day installing that thing, putting it all for him and everything. And my dad was really happy with it. But
And he did that just out of the goodness of his heart?
my dad tried to pay him, and he wouldn't let him.
Okay. How did your parents get introduced to Joe? Through you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that just somebody you brought over to the house one day or?
Yeah, that's my friend, And I had talked to, my dad was telling me about the problem, and I talked to Joe about it.
Okay.
And he wanted to meet him anyway, so.
Okay.
And then I think what they ended up doing, he says, "You got to let me pay you something." He said, "I'll tell you what," he had ordered a toolbox from Snap-on that was going to be shipped down here. And until he got a place, they said, "We need an address to ship it to, And they said, well, I don't have an address yet. It's not supposed to be ready for so many months. They're building this thing. This is like a 12-foot by 6-foot tall toolbox, $40,000 toolbox.
Okay.
He got it on credit, traded his old toolbox. His old toolbox, he got like a $6,000 trade-in on, his old Snap-on. But so it was supposed to come in 4 pieces. And he says, if you'll let me deliver it here or whatever, and, just keep it here for me, we'll just call it even. But he did, and it ended up coming early or something. And it was like really big and taking up a lot of room. So Joe ended up getting a storage facility and we moved it over there. But he still never let my dad pay him anything.
Okay.
Is Joe moving down here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When is that set for?
It's not set. It's just when he gets his house finished. He bought it. His family, that's another way they make money is they'll buy houses or whatever and fix them up and then resell them. He bought that one to live in while he fixed it up and everything, and it's almost done. He's just got a few little minor things or whatever to finish up, and then he'll put it up for sale.
So there's no house here
No,
yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
What's in the storage facility?
Just that toolbox.
The singular, the toolbox. Where is that storage facility at?
It's off of Lumsden,
You know what it's called?
public storage.
All right.
I think that's the actual name of the public storage.
Lumsden and what? Do you know?
If you take Providence heading towards Brandon
Okay.
and take a right on Lumsden, it's further down, I think, before you get to like the next big light on the left-hand side. There's like a Dunkin' Donuts or something right next to it.
Okay. So it's on Lumsden next to a Dunkin' Donuts,
Mhm.
and it's called public storage.
Right.
Be able to find that. Is that rented to Joe or is that rented to the business?
It's rented to Joe.
What was the purchase? What was the purpose of getting upgrading?
I don't know. He's the type of person who will spend every dime he gets for gadgets,
Okay.
So,
Now was that?
I mean, that is his profession, and it's professional toolbox. So.
Right. Is it something that were you guys looking to try to do some of the refurb on the
We
machines?
wanted to get our own warehouse and everything, and actually do everything in house.
Okay. And I would imagine that some of the mechanical stuff, even though it was a car mechanic, you could probably figure
He's
out
like mechanical genius.
Okay. All right. How has business been over the last few months?
All right, pretty good.
Moving enough to make the ends meet and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was the agreement on the paying off the trucks?
Eventually, the business would pay off the one truck, the Platinum.
Okay.
But the Raptor would be personally.
Okay. Have you been paying him directly or paying?
Yes.
Okay. And that one's currently at your house.
Right.
It just didn't have any gas.
Yeah, it was running. She had taken that to take the kids or whatever, and she gets paid today. So.
Okay. Any other vehicles that you guys have?
No.
No. Okay. And I know, and again, we're asking. We got a lot of questions here. So
Yeah, I'm just wondering where Joe falls into this.
Well, we're trying to figure out. I'll just tell you, we're trying to figure out who else other than the family that goes over there. And from what we understand, it's church people.
Yeah.
And then
it's our family.
The only person that the rest of the family really didn't know, only you knew, was Joe.
Right.
And because everybody else, it's like, yeah, it's church people. And so that's why I ask you about Joe and kind of.
My parents are very private. There's not too many people that go over there.
Okay.
And, they're very security conscious. They're constitutionalists,
Okay.
doomsdayer preppers, so it's,
Any marital issues between them?
I don't believe so. They seem very happy to me. The only issues that they've had lately were just health issues.
Well, describe the health issues.
My mom found that, and but I believe they did all they needed to do, and the doctor was real happy with the results. But,
Okay.
she was a little upset about taking. I think she has to take some kind of pill for the rest of her life or something, and it was like only like a 2% difference on whether it would reoccur if she took it or she didn't.
Gotcha.
It was really making her sick, so I think she stopped taking it. She was talking to us about not taking it anymore. And then my dad had
Okay.
and all this has been like in the last year.
Okay.
But I mean, they were troopers, both of them. They love each other and helped each other through both of them.
Okay. What what about financial issues?
A little bit, I think. it's hard to tell. I mean, they're always complaining that they don't have money and stuff like that, but business has been really slow. And then whenever my dad got sick, and I think that took a toll because he wasn't able to work and, do everything that he wanted to do. And then he got out there too early and, kind of got him down a little bit. But I don't know. I think they're doing okay. I mean,
Can you think of anybody that would want to do harm to your family, your parents?
I cannot imagine anybody. Everybody loves them.
Okay. How was your relationship with them?
It's good. I mean, I was a black sheep of the family. I got in trouble early in life and stuff like that, but I've been, trying to make it up and do right. I got kids now. I have responsibilities and everything, and, they've been very supportive and
Supportive of in what ways?
very supportive, with me with my kids and telling me I'm a good dad and, that I've been doing well and not financially. They won't, they don't go there, but.
They won't give you any money if you need any?
They did. They've helped me out. Once. They don't like to do it. I don't like to ask them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll do, they helped my brother when he had his legal case. They
Okay.
put a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars on that, got the loan, I guess, for him and allowed him to, pay on the loan, but it's their loan.
Are they helping you with yours too?
No.
Did they? No? Okay.
No, their help with me was a long time ago whenever they paid my bond. And when they do something big like that for us or whatever, they tell us that's it.
For one time.
It's a one-time shot.
They said, we did our job, we raised you, and you're an adult now, so. But they understand that, stuff happens and they give you a chance, so.
Had you come to him at all in the past, year or so needing money?
Mhm.
No? Okay. I know you had said with the business that you were doing pretty good. If you were to throw out a number, this is what I'm making and this is my take home pay. I mean, what was it for the past couple of months?
I've only been taking $600 every 2 weeks, $1,200 a month
Okay.
for myself. Everything else has been almost going back into the business. Joe got very impatient with things. I mean, he went and got the bikes, and stuff like that, but that's him. That wasn't, money that came out of the business yet, so.
Oh, so that was his own personal
Mhm.
money to buy that stuff. Okay. Is he also he's taking from the company then too? Or is he getting checks from the company?
Yeah, he'll take money from the company also.
Okay.
But most everything that we're doing now, we're trying to put back into so we can get a warehouse and stuff like that. So he's saved up a lot.
Is he a signer on the PNC account?
Yes.
Okay. And is that under your name or under the business name? Or is
It's under the business name, and there's only 2 signers.
okay? The business account. Where do you do your personal banking account?
I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't trust banks?
Navy Federal.
Okay.
But I hardly use it. My wife does because she gets direct deposit. That's it.
Right. Were you in the military?
Yes.
Okay.
Is she like a secretary to your company then, or?
Because she's at home. She works for Apple, so she's at home all day long. Used to be answering the phone for Apple, but now it's chat. So when if the business phone rings, she can answer it.
But she doesn't sign checks too.
No,
She can't do
she's
anything.
not on that.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm still okay. So you originally got into the medical business. Can you kind of tell me what got you into it?
Several years ago, I worked for a company called Amber Diagnostics, and that's what they did. And I saw it was almost an idiot-proof business, and he was the worst businessman in the entire world, and he was still making money hand over fist. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I had saved up about $5,000, and I bought a C-arm. It's a portable X-ray machine
Okay.
for $2,500, and put about another $1,000 into it, $1,500, and ended up selling that for $15,000. And that's when I started thinking there might be a way to make some money doing this, But honestly, anything bigger, it's just takes so long to get paid that if you don't have a lot to draw from to continue, rolling the equipment or whatever, it's just really hard. You have to wait so long to get paid.
Do you have anything up for sale right now? Like if I were to log on right now and I wanted to see something you could sell, do you have anything up there
We don't do
listed?
it that way. I look for, buyers and sellers, and we do it that way.
Okay.
I mean, we have our website that we're working on now. You can go to the website there. It's Best Imaging International.
Okay.
And, but eventually we want to have that like that once we get a warehouse and be able to actually, when we see a piece of equipment, whether we have a buyer or not, or if we're able to buy it and refurb it and set it there, and then we can advertise it, and make a lot more money.
So you look for someone who's selling and someone who's buying all at the same time. Okay.
Usually it's somebody's looking for a piece and then I go searching for it,
Okay.
So that's how I've been having to do it.
Is it in domestic or international?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Most of the acquisitions are domestic.
Okay.
Our dollar is crap and they can buy more over here right now, so.
Okay. There's a big market for refurbed imaging equipment? Just because not all hospitals can afford brand new stuff, not all doctors' offices.
Especially like Trinidad and places like that where we've been selling.
Okay. I understand. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to get the Harleys. I know when my ex-husband bought his motorcycle, it was with him and he rode it daily.
Mhm.
So I'm not understanding why Joe buys 2 Harleys and they're here. I mean, because we just went through a summer and a fall.
He has a Harley there.
Okay.
He's got a Harley V-Rod at his house, and he wanted us to be able to ride. He plans on moving down here, and he wanted to go get the bikes. I said, well, let's just wait, and all this. He said, no, man, let's go. Let's at least go look at them. So we went and looked at them. We saw those 2 bikes or whatever, and he says, you know what? Let's do it. I'll buy them. And he said, I got good credit. He went up there, and they ran the credit, and we drove off with them that night.
How much? I mean, we're talking $25,000 bikes probably, right?
Yeah, almost $40,000 bikes.
So he walked in, 40,000 on top of, like you mentioned, the Platinum.
And the Raptor.
That's financed. Well, the Raptor, he's had that for years.
Okay.
But the bikes and the truck is financed.
Okay. Everything's financed.
Mm-hmm.
Just good credit. 30-year-old with good credit.
It's 786 or something like that. It's pretty good. Good enough to walk into Harley and drive out with those bikes with nothing down. So,
And how long have you had? How long? Your 2015 bikes. When did you purchase those?
just a few months ago.
Okay.
That's a pretty good friend. Buying you a Harley to just
Wow.
ride around on when you want to.
It's in his name. It's not mine yet until I can pay for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, you ride it whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Are you
And he is a
paying
good
for,
friend.
for the use of the truck too, or
No,
no?
not his truck, not the Platinum,
Oh, okay.
just the Raptor.
And does he just leave that down here to have a vehicle down here? Okay. Does he have any vehicles up there?
Yes.
Do
He
you
has
know
an
what those
old, like 60-something Camaro
are? Okay.
that he had since he was 16. Him and his twin brother built them and stuff. Or fixed, both of them got cars like that and fixed them up. His brother was killed when he was 16 years old.
Okay.
And he has that V-Rod Harley, and they have another Ford. I think it's like a Explorer or something.
Okay.
That's actually his wife's.
Family
She
ride.
actually pays that, yeah. It's part
Okay.
of a family ride as a little baby.
Okay. Completely off topic, but how was his brother killed? Car accident, or
On the way home from football practice, they were going about 120 miles an hour down a side road and lost control, hit a pothole or something, how Michigan is, and
Mhm.
ran through a ditch and hit a tree.
Mm.
And it hit the driver's door.
Okay. Do you guys have the keys to the Platinum?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Did you
I
get,
drove it to my parents.
I figured, did you get back into the car at all after law enforcement was called out?
I asked them if they wanted me to move it, and they said it was all right where it was.
Okay. All right. Anything in the vehicle that we need to know about? Do we need to know about? And just so that so that you know, I'm going to ask you for the keys because we're going to look through the vehicle. And we have due to the circumstances, we have a search warrant that's already been written, signed by the judge, that encompasses all the vehicles we're going through. Your dad's cars, your mom's cars, the fifth wheel, everything on that property is going to get gone through. And so it'll save us popping the lock and all that stuff. And if there's something in there that you're like, then just let us know, and then we at least know to deal with it if we need to. And how long have you lived at your current residence?
Almost a year.
Almost a year?
Mm-hmm.
This is going to sound like a stupid question. You don't know the physical address?
We don't use that address because actually there's 2 residences on the same property use the same address, so we don't use that mailbox at all.
Okay. Which house do you guys live in? It's two completely different families in it and everything?
The owner of the property lives in the house, and then we rent the trailer from him.
Gotcha. So you live, and you have no idea what the address is?
It's like my wife knows it. She can memorize every number, but I can't. I can't tell you my phone number.
Okay. How's everything between you and wife?
It's been strained.
Okay. What's going on there?
She doesn't like to clean, and she just doesn't like to bathe our kids, and herself. It's just been a constant struggle, and it's been a strain with us. And in this case, added to it, she's the one that talked me into, what she talked me into is what got me basically in trouble in that case in Bartow.
Okay.
So that kind of added a strain to it. But we love each other. She's my best friend, and just try to make it work.
How'd you guys meet?
Through a mutual friend.
Okay. Do you know the name of the mutual friend?
Her name was Tiffany.
Do you talk to Tiffany anymore?
Never.
That's said with some venom.
Well, I didn't really know her that well or whatever, but my wife and her had a falling out or something, and she moved anyway. She moved to Texas or something.
Okay. Did you guys meet here, or were you in Florida? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. This is, like I said, asking a bunch of the same questions. Do you have any or own any firearms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does your wife have any or own any firearms?
No.
Okay, when was the last time? And for the purposes of I want honesty, if you were out on the farm blinking at something, I'm not worried about that. Okay.
I have been with an air rifle.
Okay.
Because I
understand.
I researched and so I could have an air rifle. So.
Okay.
I had that for months because I gave it to Tyler to sight in for me, and he loved it. And I said, well, just plink around with it, because they say you have to shoot like 100 rounds through it before it really gets to where it's accurate and stuff. So.
Okay. When was the last time you fired a gun?
Man, I was a kid, teenager.
Okay, so it's been a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. Haven't handled any guns, touched any firearms, didn't touch any firearms today?
No.
Okay. What does your gut tell you?
I've been asking myself that all day. It just seems so random, so I don't.
Any reason that you can think of in this, and I do not mean to insult, but any reason that you can think of that why mom and dad would commit suicide?
No, they would never do that, ever. They're, like I said, they're pretty radical Christian, and they wouldn't even see them ever even entertaining that. My wife tried to commit suicide.
Okay.
And they were really on her,
When was that?
several months ago.
Okay. Whose idea was the prayer meeting this morning?
My mom's, I guess.
Okay.
My mom had spoken with Marisol, and they were talking about it, and she says, do you want us there? And she says, I don't think there's going to be any reason to, because my mom really didn't want to go.
Mm-hmm.
She went through that with my brother. It was a week-long trial.
Mm-hmm.
And, reading text messages about sexual things and everything, my mom she almost had a nervous breakdown. So she asked my wife if we would, on our way, if we would stop over and just let them pray with us. And she had asked before if like their pastor could come over and,
Pray with you as well.
yeah, and I just, the one pastor at the First Baptist in Gibsonton, I like him a lot or whatever, but the other one that's, I think he used to be there or something, I forget his name, but
Do you remember the one that you like?
the one that I like is Brother Mac.
Brother Mac?
Mm-hmm. He's the actual pastor of First Baptist Gibsonton. But the other one is just, he's like very, very bizarre. He wanted, when my mom got the cancer and everything, he wanted to like lay hands on her. And basically me and my wife had gone over there and the kids and everything, and he acted like he was really sucked up about it, us being there, because like we were interfering with his being, he wanted to lay hands on my mom and wanted us to leave.
Okay.
So it was like, all right.
All right, so Brother Mac is the good one, and the other guy's name is Brother.
I can't remember his name.
Okay. And you said you think he was, you think that he was a former minister there, but not currently.
I believe so. My parents have always been really good people, and they've gone to church. My uncle had a church and everything here, and they would go to occasionally and stuff like that. Whenever they got with this gentleman, I wish I could remember his name, I'm sorry, but they it's like they flipped like radical, like so judgmental, and it was really strange, that relationship.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay. And I've asked you this before, I'll ask you again. Can you think of anybody who would want to do this to your parents?
Nobody. I can't think of anybody that would even have a bad thing to say about my parents.
Okay. How's your relationship with Todd?
I think it's good. I mean, it was strained, of course, over that sex case or whatever, and
Right.
him being kicked off the police force and stuff, and the financial aspect and things. And my brother had to move out of his house and move into his barn and rent his house out. And like I said, my parents became very judgmental, and they would just always just talk, down and stuff. But it's just parents, that
Right.
they love all of us. I know they love him. They stood by him and helped him. He got him that attorney, and
What about the relationship with Michelle?
that was a little strained because my sister's an alcoholic and living with a guy that wasn't married, and she was still married at the time, and you had that Derek, and they didn't like that at all.
Okay.
So my sister just kind of stayed at arm's length. I mean, she'd go over there and stuff like that, but she didn't want to hang out with him and stuff.
Okay. And the next question was how's your relationship with Derek? Or do you know?
It was so 180 at times. I mean, they talk about Derek as such a gentleman and stuff like that and everything, but then on the other hand, they didn't like him because of living there and basically moving himself into my sister's house while she was still married to somebody. And, and then now the fact that they're finally, and he was married too, but hadn't lived with the person in over a year or whatever. And so my parents were really judgmental about that and didn't like it. And Derek kind of says his mind, and it's ticked him off a few times or whatever. But all in all, they always try to, be nice to everybody and not make any fuss or anything. But they mumbled under their breath or to us or whatever, like parents will do.
Okay. How was your relationship with him?
I think it was a lot better now than what it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from what I'm gathering, just based on listening to you, the old stuff, other than this little hiccup that you're currently dealing with, the old stuff is years, 10
Oh yeah, that was
plus
a long
years
time
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're on that, actually, can you tell us a little bit about that?
About the case now?
No, I don't want to get into your case now. Just what sent you, obviously we've seen that you've been to prison. What happened there?
woman scorned basically, but my charges were money laundering, 4 counts of, I think, wire fraud, which basically it was if somebody, in my case, somebody sends you money by wire or whatever, and it was, fraudulent or whatever, that's what they charged me with. It was a woman that I was with, and she was in love with me, and she had a bunch of money, and she sent me money all the time and to start a business, and then I met somebody. She became psychotic. I mean, really, really psychotic. I met somebody. She found out about it, and basically, she made accusations against me. And then basically, whenever I called her and, what's going on? Why would you say that or whatever? She said, well, you got like 3 choices. Either give me a chance to make you happy, marry me and give me a chance to make you happy. I'm asking for 12 months. Or, go ahead and, marry this girl because we were engaged. I forgot what there was, like, she said 3 choices, and it was basically it was either she goes, marry her and give her a chance, or go ahead and face these charges or whatever. She was saying basically she would drop it.
Did you give her her money back? I mean, since you didn't want to be with her, or what?
Well, the thing is, I bought a house, and then she asked me to find her a house, and I actually found her one next door, and she sent the money for that, and I bought the house for her. I actually put the down payment. I hadn't closed on or anything yet because I didn't know, where she wanted to put it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was things like that. She got the forfeiture. She got all that stuff.
Okay.
Is there anything? Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, a little bit. I did want you to go back through last night a little bit. I guess I missed the part when your wife left to take the kids to Orlando.
Right.
Okay, what were you doing during that time?
I was just watching TV at home. I was actually taking a nap, and she had got up with the kids to take them, and I was still laying down for a while. And then I got up and just watched some TV and stuff, waiting on her.
Okay. So you just kind of stayed at home the whole night. You didn't go anywhere on your bike or anything like that. Okay. I know he had asked the relationship of everybody. How is your wife's relationship with your parents?
They love her to death. Whenever I told them that I was going to get a divorce and everything, they told me, no, you got to make that work. You need to make it work. It's your baby's mother, and they were very upset over that. And she doesn't like the fact that they're judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
And that they're Christian at all. That's been another point of contention with me and her. She just has like an adamant, Christianity's stupid, and sheep and all this kind of stuff. So, but I mean, she loved my mom, and my mom loves her, and they talked, and so.
But she was okay with being anti-Christian. She was okay with the praying this morning.
And that's something that my mom, she told me it'll make your mom happy. She's nervous and all this kind of stuff, and it can't hurt. And
Mm-hmm.
It's not that she's like anti-Christian. She does believe that there's a God and everything. She just doesn't believe in like the Christian aspect of it. It doesn't have to. You don't have to have one name for God and everything else. There's a higher being and
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. She just didn't like the judgmental aspect of organized religion, I guess. But.
Okay. All right. That was it.
Is there anything that we haven't asked you that you think we need to know?
Nothing I can think of.
Did we get his phone number? I think I
No,
missed
can
that
you
part
do
of
that?
it.
Let me go. I'll be right back.
Okay. What is your phone number?
This is like the 7th time I've
I
used
know,
this phone number. I had to
I
look it
know.
up every time. Luckily on an Apple, it's the very top one.
Okay. Would you allow me to look in your phone?
To look in my phone?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Just to look in it. You can always tell me no.
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 I saw what happened with my brother on that.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
aware. I knew your brother, but I don't.
I mean, you can subpoena records and everything else. So I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
I learned that from his attorney. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, and I want to help you in every way possible. There's nothing in my phone that's going to help you though.
Okay. Have you spoken with your partner this morning at all?
I sent a message and let him know what happened.
What happened?
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, tell me a little bit more about you guys arranged ahead of time to have that toolbox delivered there?
Yes, he ordered the toolbox up there in Michigan, and it's apparently assembled at a factory somewhere, and they had to have an address to ship it.
But I mean, you okayed it with your father prior to that day? I mean, your dad knew it was coming prior to that day?
The first box that was coming, he had asked me if I had an address,
Mm-hmm.
to give him. The address that I use is a post office box, so they can't do it to that. So the only one that I know, the only phone number I have memorized is my parents' phone number, and the only address that I have memorized is my parents' address. It's the only one. And so I gave him that number. He said, because the guy had told him, so you can always change it, but I just needed to initiate the order. And they said it wasn't going to be coming for like another 2 weeks. While we were over there actually working on my dad's truck, it actually, one of the pieces came out of the 4. And so we had asked him, or right before it came, they had said they were going to be delivering it. And he got said, man, you said it was going to be another 2 weeks. And so I asked my dad, I said, is it okay if, Joe's having a toolbox delivered or whatever, is it okay if it's delivered here? Can we keep it up underneath the shed or something, until it gets to storage? And he says, yeah, I don't care, So then after, hours later, whenever he asked Joe, what do I owe you? He said, you don't owe me nothing. No, I'm going to pay you something, it's only fair, that's your livelihood and all that. And he said, well, I tell you what, you let me keep the toolbox here or whatever, and we'll call it even, because that way you just won't get a storage facility, save that money. So then I think a second piece came, and none of us were there, and it was a really big piece, and it was hard. My dad actually had to get a neighbor to help him get it off the truck and down on the floor and stuff. And so my dad had said, this makes me really, really nervous this in here because it floods in here and everything, and that's such a high dollar item, and I'm scared I'm going to hit it when I come in with a tractor and stuff like that, and if this floods, it's going to, maybe damage it. And
Right.
Joe said, well, that's cool, you plan on getting a storage facility anyway, so we got the storage facility and rented a U-Haul and got those 2 pieces, and then every piece that came after that was delivered to the storage facility. They would just call me and I'd meet them there.
Okay. And it's still sitting in that storage facility to this day.
Mhm.
So, but to your knowledge, is he still working? Is he still a mechanic?
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, he's using some other, I guess what I'm saying is you had originally mentioned we thought he was buying it for the purposes of utilizing that toolbox, but it's sitting
Down
in a
here, he
storage
just wanted
facility.
a new toolbox. When he come down here, he wanted a new toolbox and not have to worry about
Shipping
all his tools and everything like that down up here like that. So, from what I understand, the toolbox that he was using at the dealership or whatever, he did trade in for this one.
Okay.
They do a trade in, I guess, like you would a car.
Oh, that's cool.
So. Yeah, I would never think that a toolbox could cost $40,000. And this one does. It's 4 pieces. The bottom pieces came all already screwed together and everything. So he had to call and arrange for a flatbed truck to come and meet the semi truck because there's no loading dock at the storage facility.
Right.
So they backed up back to back, loaded it onto the flatbed, and the flatbed tilted the truck down, and got it down on the floor so we could push it into because it's on big wheels, so we could push it in the storage facility. That was fun.
So I had to ask, I had to go back to the stuff with the woman. How much money was it in the end? I mean,
$700,000.
700,000.
Something like that.
What happened to it all? I know you mentioned you bought a house.
Yeah, she got all that. She got the house. She got any vehicles, anything. They gave her everything. So and there was cash too. There was cash still in the banks. So they just gave it to her.
Okay. But you've tried to kind of be on the straight and narrow since then?
Not tried. I have been. I want. My wife laughs at me or whatever because I won't jaywalk. You know, I'm not, before I was young and stupid and I didn't have any responsibilities. I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. I have 2 babies now that depend on me. I'm not going to do anything.
What was the pull for the money at that point? I mean, what was it you needed it for?
I don't know. What does anybody need money for? I mean, I had a nice car and.
You know what I'm saying? Did you have like a drug addiction and alcohol?
I've
Did you
never
have
had any
gambling
kind of
issues,
drugs or
anything
alcohol.
like that?
Like right now, I could probably, in a year's time, counting liquor, I could probably tell you I'd drink the equivalent of maybe a case of beer over a year,
Okay.
Just social, not even,
You don't have any issue with pills?
no pills, no drugs, I never have.
Okay.
I never even smoked cigarettes.
All right. And you don't like to gamble?
No. I used to.
You used to?
Yeah.
Like, where did you, over here at the casino or?
No, Las Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Was it about that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit before that, I think.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be judgmental. We all have our vices. We all do.
Mine was just, money. I wanted to live a good life,
Mm-hmm.
She was willing to finance anything I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't, I didn't con her out of it or anything else. She wanted to do it. And
Is that when you lived here? You were having her send the money here
I was living here in Riverview,
in Riverview?
Mhm.
Okay. And where did she live?
North Carolina.
Okay.
But she was moving down here. That's why she'd had me look for her a house.
Okay.
But I mean, she had aspirations. She wanted us to get married and everything else. And even my attorney said in court at the time or whatever, he said if the situations had been reversed, if it was the woman having the man buy all this stuff for her and everything, and then all of a sudden the man gets scorned,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't never been an issue. But they made it an issue, so the other way around.
Do you have anything? What else is in your history? If I, go and pull you up.
Just stupid kid stuff,
What is that? I mean,
When I was late teens and early 20s or whatever, I had burglary, breaking in places and stuff like that.
okay.
But I mean, it was never anything serious, never drug related, never violence related,
Burglary right in the Riverview area
I think it was Tampa.
in Tampa.
Yeah.
Just what, into homes or into cars?
It was a business and a car, a Mustang convertible, and drove around. Stupid.
Oh, you stole the car? Oh, so it was grand theft. It was you broke in
Burglary,
and then you
grand
took
theft
the car.
auto. Yeah.
Wow. You still have that piece of you inside of you?
No, believe me, that's been excised, no doubt. I don't even have the urge to do that kind of stuff. Like I said, I love my kids. I love spending time with them. And don't get me wrong, don't say I don't want a nice car and stuff like that. And that's why I'm working hard to build something to be able to do all that. I would love to get my credit back up and everything. Hanging out with Joe and everything. And I see it's nice, man. He can do whatever he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Legitimately, legally. Because he's built that.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt you. I was just wondering, in regards to where you guys file your taxes and stuff, because I'm sure you have to send in taxes quarterly. I would think so, right?
We haven't gotten that far, but yeah.
Oh, so you haven't sent in that? You haven't been to that? How long have you guys been incorporated?
We just a few months, like 2 months or so. We just got the EIN number.
Okay. Do you know what that is? Do you know what it is that I could write it down? You have it in your head?
Heck no.
Okay.
I know a social security number. I don't know that one though.
All right.
But I mean, we're just on the ground floor of getting everything up and legit instead of it being a backyard project.
Okay. So now I'm getting a bigger picture. You did this on your own first, but not as an incorporated company. Okay. You were doing this as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
How were you filing taxes as just I'm not trying to get you in trouble there. I'm just trying to I obviously would love to see some paperwork and stuff. So in the past couple, you have nothing? You know what I'm saying? If I would like to see where you sold and what you don't have anything like that?
Yeah, I could probably, where I sold and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to get an idea of some numbers and whatnot. Okay.
We're good?
Yes.
All right. It is now 2:00, and this is going to conclude the interview. All right.
While they continue to work the case, investigators allow Robert's wife, Marisol, into the interview room.
You know the state attorney called my probation
I
officer,
know.
tried to get me in
I
trouble.
know.
What do you want me to do? You want me to call jail?
You need to get a hold of that attorney and tell him what the heck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. First thing I'll do. You really don't need to be going through this right
That's
now.
bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
It'll be okay. Okay.
I want to be with my family. I want to be with my kids.
I'll get this worked out. Do you want me to tell Joe or not?
Well, I mean, let them know that Polk County put a warrant out for me for not showing up, even though the cop said he's called them and told them that they
He
were
did,
holding
and
me.
I was
know.
there.
Man,
Yeah, I'll talk to the attorney, see if we can get this worked out quickly. Okay? I'm gonna take your glasses.
no. I want my glasses.
Hey, it'll be okay.
This is such bullshit, man. I swear to God. I cannot believe they did that.
I know. You don't read this today at all. You were supposed to have this cleared out. And I know he called because I was sitting right there. I'll get this fixed up, okay? We'll get you with the family and then go from there. I love you. Okay. Look at me. Everything's
Now I get to go through all this.
okay. It's not like you've had enough sleep or anything, you know?
If we had the attorney's phone number,
Yeah, but all we have is their freaking office.
we'll call the office and tell him it's an emergency that he needs to call you immediately. If they can get a hold of him by cell or whatever.
Are they
No.
gonna hold you here for a little bit?
No, they're going to take me over right next door is the jail.
Okay.
They're putting me in Hillsborough County Jail, and they said that I have to wait there till Polk County wants to get me.
I'll get this straightened out as fast as I can. Okay? I love you.
Love you too. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, don't leave until they tell us. They want us to stay in here, so, you know.
Okay. You need me to tell the family anything?
Yeah, let them know what's going to happen.
I love you.
Love you too.
Sorry you're going through this. You're gonna be okay. It's crap.
Not right.
No, it's not.
Just don't get all pissy about it and everything. Say something stupid because,
I know.
you know, they,
It's just aggravating because you shouldn't be going through this right now. You had somebody call for you. Let them know what was going on.
The point is, I had no choice. I couldn't go.
I know. Get it taken care of, Bubba. Okay?
Well, should probably get started. Because it's already 2 o'clock
Yeah, I know.
and things don't get done.
I'm trying to be as quick as possible for you, okay? I'll call the attorney first and then I'll talk to Joe.
See if we can find out. Joe called the clerk because I asked him to call and find out what's the new court date and stuff like that, and he did finally after being on hold forever. And it was like, well, it won't be in the system for like 3 days or some bull crap.
The attorney will know. I'll talk to him real quick. Find out that and try to get you out of here because that's crap. You had an officer call in and let him know what was going on. I bet you the state attorney has something to do with it.
No, she didn't.
All right. Let me go out there.
Listen to me. Take care of my babies. My son's birthday. They just pile it on top of me.
Alrighty, let me go so I can have them get started. Okay.
After missing his scheduled court appearance while talking to homicide detectives, Robert is informed that an arrest warrant has been issued for his failure to appear.
Do you know who this person is?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who is she?
I'm not cooperating anymore with you guys. Not after doing this to me
Okay.
on today.
Okay. Well, Polk County did this, not us.
Well, it's still, you guys were supposed to make sure that didn't happen, and I was assured that it was going to, because I told them I wanted to go.
I know that they know, I know that Polk County knew that you've been with us due to this the whole time. What Polk County decides to do, I don't have any information about what is going on. I don't know what the history of the case is. I don't know anything.
Well, as it is now, I'm not giving permission to search nothing. I don't want none of my stuff, nothing.
Okay.
Robbie.
Okay.
Okay.
No, this is bullshit, man. Of all times, you're gonna fucking do this.
I'll get it fixed up.
They should get it fixed up. They're not the ones that wouldn't let me go.
Still focused on Robert as their prime suspect, investigators bring Marisol in for an interview.
All right. We obviously are talking about an incident that occurred this morning with your in-laws. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll kind of talk forward and tell me what you know.
We got there in the morning. We were supposed to have coffee and have a little prayer together. We got there. My husband has long legs, so he was ahead of me. He went into the back, knocked on the door, noticed the door was slightly open. When I didn't hear any response, I kind of stayed back. He went in. I didn't hear anything from him for the next couple of minutes, and he came out crying and told me to stay where I was. Told me I dialed it. I was going to talk, but he decided to talk since he knows the address better and what happened inside, and I hadn't seen anything. So after that, your boys came in, and I was with the family.
Okay. What time did you get there this morning?
A little after 7.
A little
Or,
after.
sorry, a little after 6. My clock on the car is off.
Okay. And before that, where were you at?
We stopped by Wawa to get a couple drinks, and we were at home.
Okay. What time did you leave home?
About 5:30, 5:45. Not sure.
Okay. All right. When did you arrive to your house? So if you left at 5:30, when had you gotten there?
We were there all night.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time did you start being at the house? Do you work?
Yeah, I work from home.
Okay. When did you get home yesterday?
Actually, I dropped off my kids yesterday afternoon. I got home after 8:30, 9 o'clock.
In the evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents live over in in Winter Garden,
Okay.
so it's an hour and a half drive.
Okay.
So
you've been home since 8:30, 9 o'clock the evening before. Didn't go anywhere?
We were gonna go up to Walmart to get a couple of things, but we decided not to.
Okay, so you did not go to Walmart?
No, he met me at the end of the driveway, and then we just kind of turned around and came back home because we didn't want to go.
Did he go with you to Orlando yesterday?
No, he stayed home.
Okay.
And he is who?
Robert.
Robert, okay. And was he, when you say you met you at the end of the driveway,
Mhm.
were you pulling back in?
Yeah, I was gonna go pick him up so we could go to Walmart.
Okay. All right. What kind of car do you have?
We have a truck. It's a Super Duty. Yeah, Ford Super Duty. I don't know the specs.
Okay. Is that the only car that you have?
We have another car. It's a Lincoln Town car. Barely use it.
Okay. Drivable?
It is, but right now it's out of battery, so
Okay.
not drivable, I guess.
Okay. What did you take to Orlando?
I took the truck.
Took the truck to Orlando? Okay. But you said you work from home. Where do you work?
I work for Kelly Services. I'm an Apple tech support agent.
Okay. So my iPhone locks up. I call and you tell me how to unlock it.
Well, I do chat now. It used to be calls, now I do chat.
Okay. So most everything is all done
Yeah.
online. Okay. Well, that gives you some convenience. You have a couple of kids?
2 kids.
How old are they?
My son just turned 5 today, his birthday.
Okay.
And my daughter's 3.
Okay. What's your son's name?
Aries.
Aries. Okay. And what's your daughter's name?
Kari.
Kari?
Kauri.
Kauri. And Aries, like the astrological sign?
Nope. Ares, like the god of war.
Oh, Ares. Okay. Okay. You said that you went to your parents. What time did you leave to go to your parents yesterday?
It was a little after 6, because I was worried about hitting traffic on 75 and I-4.
Understood, especially going to Winter Garden. Okay. Were you home all day prior to leaving to go to your parents?
We went to I went to see my mother-in-law. We saw them earlier in the day, and they wanted to see the kids, especially since Aries' birthday.
The next day, Marisol tells detectives she had visited Virgil and Shirley's home the night before they were found dead. Needing to know what else she could be hiding, investigators bring her in for another round of questioning.
We're talking at the house. Talk to me about it.
Which house?
Just now at your house.
Okay, you pulled me aside to talk to me.
Yeah.
Ask me more questions.
I asked you if there was more that you needed to tell me, and you told me that you had gone to the house last night and you had some prayer time.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
I had called Shirley earlier on my way back just to see if I could stop by. Have a little prayer session. I did. I went home first just to check on Robert, make sure everything was okay. Called my mother, let her know I was home. I went over to Shirley's house. I wasn't going to go in at first. I was tired, not wanting to deal with anything. But I did go in because they were expecting me. We talked for a good 20-30 minutes. And I blanked out, honestly.
What happened?
Something must have happened or triggered you to black out.
They were not happy with him, and they haven't been since his mess up with the federal case years ago. They've never forgiven him for it. And the one time that he needed them to be with him, they weren't. None of his family was supportive. And the one person we thought was going to be supportive, because he's been through the same thing, just step.
Is that
Who's
Todd?
that?
Todd,
His brother?
he's vindictive. So, I don't know, I just hearing all that negativity and knowing that all he needed right now was family to be with him and support him. Because we're going to trial the next day and he had nobody except me.
What did they say exactly? Do you remember?
They were just disappointed in him. They said that he has no excuse. You know, he's been dealing with this long enough. He should know better. And it's just frustrating because this whole case is crap. It is. And to have family just deny you loyalty is just heartbreaking, especially a family like that is always so caring and loving.
What happened after that?
I just know I was driving home, called Rob to let him know that I was on my way home. He wanted me to pick him up so we could go to Walmart. I drove down. He met me down the road, and we decided not to go. I was tired. I didn't want to deal with anything. He didn't know what was going on, so he just knew that I was tired. I had gone out to see his mom. That's it. I didn't know anything else.
Did you tell him ever at any point what happened?
I didn't want to do that to him.
Okay.
It was hard enough that he had agreed to go see my parents in the morning, to see his parents in the morning for that prayer and coffee.
Okay. What happened inside the house? Did you guys start yelling and screaming at each other?
No. That's the thing. They were frustrated and pissed off, and I don't know, something snapped. I'm not like that at all.
Do you know what was said that just made you snap?
It's just all so fake.
As far as that,
As far as being religious and, well, it's God's will, whatever happens, and, he doesn't deserve to be going to jail in the first place. And the reason we were in the mess was because we were trying to be better Christians and going to church, taking our kids.
do you go to the same church as his parents?
No, this was a while ago. It was a little private church for bigger families. And all the families had 5 or more kids. The family that's dealing with all this has 13 kids. They adopted 10. They just adopted another one, I think. And they're like the golden children of Polk County.
This family is?
Yeah.
Well, go back to when you get there to meet with Shirley and have prayer time and stuff. About what time was it that you got there? Do you remember?
No. I know I left the house probably about 9:20. It was like probably about 9:30 that I got there, since it's
9:30 at night. Was she? I mean, were they normally up at that time? Or?
They stay up and watch TV. They watch the news and stuff just to relax.
So were they expecting you and stuff?
Yeah. Like I said, I had called and talked to her to see if I could come over. I rethunk it when I was driving up there. It's like, man, it's so late. I don't want to bother, But feeling so alone, I was hoping family could help.
Do you remember what they were wearing or what they were doing when you got there?
They were just sitting on the couch watching TV.
What was Shirley wearing?
I think she had her PJs on.
Okay. What was Virgil wearing?
I think he just had some shorts on.
What door did you go to?
We always go through the back.
Did they ever use their front door?
Not that I know of, but this is for trick-or-treating.
So pretty much all family goes to that back French doors or that kitchen door?
Both of them, depending on where Mama was at the time.
Was she cooking or anything at the time, or
Mm-mm.
sitting on the couch?
Yeah, they were just relaxing.
How long did you think you talked for?
Quite a bit, because we talked about everything from Robbie's court to the kids to politics, because that was Virgil's favorite topic. So we were there chatting for a while.
Like, how long do you think a while is? 30 minutes, an hour or more?
Probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm not sure. I'm horrible with time.
How long were they negative, and did they go on with their negativity?
Pretty much the entire time. I went over to pray with them to get some positivity going, and instead they just kept shooting him down.
And where was he at this time?
He was at home. And I can vouch for that, and so can Joe. He can vouch for it, because I know they were probably playing Diablo or talking on the phone or something. I know that he was home.
Okay. Take us back to the moment where you black out. I mean, do you remember anything prior to the blackout point?
No, I just know I was upset. I was frustrated. I had to pee, because I had had one of those big sodas from Circle K.
The Polar Pop.
Did you use the bathroom in there?
I did. And I'm telling you, I've never, ever snapped. Ever. I'm not that type.
Did you have a gun on you in there?
It was in the truck.
Did you go back out to the truck?
I guess. I don't, like I said, I don't remember. I know I'm not supposed to have it in the truck, and I had cleaned it out because of my probation. I didn't want to have it in the house at all.
Okay.
Have you ever fired one before?
Yeah, I have.
Those particular?
No, not those.
Can you describe what it looked like?
They don't look alike to me, honestly, except a revolver. I know what a revolver looks like because it's different in that sense, but they all look pretty much the same.
Was it one of the guns in the bag at the house?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was the gun at when you went back out to the truck?
It was in the center console because that's where he keeps it since he has the permit.
Okay.
So.
Was this after all the negativity?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go back inside the house? Did they know that you were going to come back in?
I did. I was going, excuse me, I was going to go get something from the car since I got my period, so.
Okay.
So basically you told me you had to go out to the car or something? When you came back in, what happened then?
I went to the bathroom and that's about it. They kept talking to me as I was walking to the bathroom. It was more negativity.
Where, can you describe where they were at in the house?
They were just sitting on the couch.
Were they both sitting, or was one of them standing, or something else?
They were both sitting. As I walked away, they were both sitting. They were watching the news and just chatting.
Okay. When you came back in, where were they?
Still on the couch, as far as I remember.
Okay.
Can
Where did you put the gun at? Where, was it in your pants? Was it in your hand? Was it under your shirt?
Like I said, I just was so angry.
Okay. Well, and I understand that. I understand that.
Especially when you have an issue where you feel that a family that's that close and religious isn't being loyal to their son in his predicament.
With Todd, everybody was there. Everybody was there for his trial. Even my husband was there. 3 days long. And he was there. He drove every day an hour and a half to be there for him. And to know that he would have nobody waiting for him or sitting in and vouching for him, at least giving him moral support. It's all because they still hate him for getting in trouble all those years ago.
Well, sometimes families they're real quick on judgment and not real quick on forgiveness. And a lot of families, that's wrong. I can understand being angry. You're a loving wife. You're trying to be supportive.
The only one. It's like nobody cared.
I understand.
As we sit here and talk about this and you kind of recollect what happened, do you remember how many times you shot?
I don't. I just remember getting in the car.
Which car was it?
Truck.
Yeah,
Which
but
truck?
which truck was it?
It was a Raptor.
Who's the Raptor?
It's the only one I can really drive comfortable.
Who was shot first?
I don't know. I really don't.
Okay.
If I could tell you, I would.
Where were you at when you shot? Were you sitting down or standing up or something else?
I just remember coming out of the bathroom. And as I was walking, I said, okay, let's do the prayer. That's about it. I was so frustrated.
Which way did you walk through the living room part? Like
Yeah.
where the front door is?
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then
So
they
I
were
went
in
to
the
bathroom.
they were in the family room area where the big brown sectional couch was.
Were they both sitting on the sectional couch? Did either one of them get up?
I think Papa got up to do the prayer.
Did he see the gun?
When you brought the gun back inside to go to the bathroom, where did you hide it?
My shirt.
Under your shirt. Anger makes us do crazy things and makes us snap. Stress does that too.
I've never done that. I mean, like I said, the suicide attempt was so not me either. I had been a cutter before, but never to that extent. I never wanted to do that to my family and friends.
I understand. Well, Marisol, I want your complete story to be told.
Did you talk to Robert about this?
No, he didn't know.
He doesn't have any clue.
No. I didn't want to tell him. I mean, how do you tell somebody you love and care about something like that?
How did it come about this morning when you guys go there and find them? How did that happen?
He walked up and the door was open.
Yeah, but were you guys had you already planned to go there before he was supposed to go to court?
Yeah. And we had talked about it prior to, me and Ani had talked about it prior to going over there in the evening. She wanted to pray with Robbie, since that was the only thing that she could offer.
Did you stay in the car or did you go up to the door with him this morning?
He beat me out of the car, per usual. So I was lagging behind a little bit.
Were you lagging because you knew what he was going to find?
No, I was just lagging behind. I was extremely exhausted, and I was just lagging behind.
What were you expecting to find when you went there with him?
I don't know. Honestly, I didn't even look. I didn't want to.
About how many times did you fire the gun?
I don't know. In my head, I could have sworn I did one, but I mean, if it was both of them, then of course more than once. But I don't know.
Who did you point the gun at when you fired the one? Who did you point the gun at when you fired the one?
I can't It was Papa. He was the one that was always so much more disappointed.
Was he facing you, or was he turned from you?
I think he was facing me.
Okay. Did she say anything?
That I remember.
Did she get up?
I think my phone's up because of the prayer.
Sorry, I couldn't find any actual tissues, but there's something about it. Marisol, sitting here listening to this, I understand. I can understand the stress and the pressure you've gone through, and the feeling of being, with Robbie kind of being left out in the wind by his family, and seeing, what happened with his brother and such as that. I don't have a lot of background knowledge of that, but understand a little bit of it. Okay. But the thing is, by listening to you discuss, blacking out, and at least getting the gun from the truck. Okay, I want to believe you, but there's got to be a little bit more in the back of your head that you can remember to clear out Robbie, because I'm not so sure that he wasn't there.
I'm telling you, Robbie was home. I left him at home. I'm the one that left again. He was at home the entire time. You can track his phone calls. He was talking to his attorney most of the time because we were trying to get this all settled up for the next day. So I know he was home. He hadn't left. His bike was still there. The other truck was still cool. It's not like he was there. Trust me, he didn't want to deal with his parents. He was upset at them as much as I was, just because they refused to be a supportive system for him.
Okay.
He wasn't there. I promise you that.
I'll believe that. Okay. Understand that we've looked at a lot of your tolls. You know what your tolls are, your call logs. Okay. There's an awful lot of phone calls that you make with Robert that are really long, all right, in the same time frame. And understand that if you told Robert, you told Robert. That doesn't make Robert in trouble for anything. Okay.
I didn't tell him. We always talk on the phone a lot, especially when I'm driving along. But honestly, I didn't tell him anything.
Okay.
You didn't say anything to him? Did he know you were meeting his parents?
Yeah, because he heard me talk to his mom. He says, yeah, go ahead. It's good that you want to at least get them involved. I hope he doesn't hate me for this.
Go back for a moment when you come out of the bathroom. Okay? Can you go back there for a moment?
Okay.
What was going through your head when you came out of that bathroom?
I just wanted all this to end.
And how
It was either going to be me or them. And I don't know what made me snap and just...
And when you say it was either going to be me or them, are you referring to shooting yourself or shooting them?
Myself. I didn't want to deal with this again. We've been through it before. The state attorney's I just didn't want to be the reason that he goes to jail just because I told him to follow his instincts.
Okay. You said that you pointed the gun at Papa first. You shot Papa first.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you remember where you pointed the gun at?
I have no aim.
Okay.
I've never liked guns. I mean, we would shoot out there, but I'd do like one or two and that's it. I don't like
On their
shooting.
property?
Yeah. they all got together and they would go out there and shoot. I don't like it. I've always been more into archery, but can't have anything now considering.
But you obviously know how to use a firearm.
Yes, because they've worked with me and shown me when we were out there just messing around.
Like how to load. Do you know how to load a firearm? Or did they
I
load
know
it
how
for
to
you?
Put a clip in. That's about it. Anything else, they just showed me how to get it ready.
I mean, as far as getting it ready, do you mean like racking a slide and chambering a round?
Yeah.
Where did the gun go from there?
From there, went back in the car. I was so scared and nervous. I didn't know what to do.
After it goes in the car, where did it go after that?
I didn't want to take it back home. I didn't want Rob to know anything. I did hide it. I had a plastic bag and put it in there with the other one because, like I said, I'm not supposed to have him at the house. So I had put him away till Joe got back and he could take him back home with him. You know, he was supposed to take him last time, but he ended up flying home instead of driving home. So,
Was that your intention that he was going to maybe take one of the trucks back
yeah,
with the
the
firearms?
Super Duty is his truck. Rob is actually planning on buying the Raptor off him.
Okay. Where did you hide them?
Field.
Near your house?
And down the way, there's a piece of property that I hid it in. I didn't want them near the house at all.
Before, when you were coming back after you shoot Virgil and Shirley, is that when you hid the guns before you get home? Or
Yeah.
was it some other time during the night?
Before I got home, I called Rob and I let him know I was almost there, but I was already on the street.
Do you know about what time that was?
Not at all. I really don't. I was just trying to get it out.
You go back to, you said that you had your period and you went out. What was the reason that you went out for the truck? Yeah. Okay. Where do you keep your?
In my purse.
Okay. How did we go from the purse into the center console?
I don't know. I
Range.
reached in, yeah. I reached in and it was, like I said, it was meaning for me more than anything. Because if I was going to do that, I wanted somebody to be able to find me. I didn't want it to be like the suicide attempt where I was trying to hide it, you know?
Now, let me ask you this. As you walk out to the truck to go to your purse and then eventually you get the firearm, had the talk with Virgil and Shirley become negative at that point before you walked
It
out of
was
the house?
negative from the beginning.
Pretty much as soon as you got there?
As soon as I got there, they said, "Hi, how are you?" Asked about the kids. Made sure I dropped them off. And it just started.
Do you remember what they said?
They were just disappointed, always. How Robbie was always a disappointment, and how he couldn't ever do right, and that he's always going to end up leading the same road, and that's why he's in trouble again with this. And it's like, I said, you guys were always so happy because I married him and he's doing better. It's not our fault that we tried to be good Christians and good friends to these people.
Did you have any feeling after you shot them? Was there anything you can remember as far as some sense of feeling or knowing where you were or anything?
I was in the truck freaked out. I don't even remember doing anything else. I just know I was in the truck freaked out, shaking.
Where did you put the gun right after that?
I think I still threw it in my purse. It was just, I didn't want it near me. Put my purse in the back seat.
At any point during this incident with Virgil and Shirley, do you recall getting close enough to actually put the gun against one of them?
I just remember they were doing the prayer.
Explain. Can you show me how they were doing the prayer?
They were just standing up holding hands.
In the family room area where the brown couch is?
Yeah, that's where we were always talking. We don't really go anywhere else unless it's to the kitchen while she's cooking.
There's a big area rug, you know what I'm talking about? And then right above there's a ceiling fan.
Mm-hmm.
Were they in that area standing up holding hands, as you said?
Yeah, I remember them getting up off the couch and wanting to hold my hand, and I didn't want to hold their hand, but they insisted.
Where was the gun at this point?
It was in the back of my shirt.
Like in the back of the pants with your shirt cut? Were you wearing these clothes or something different?
Something else. That's what I had been wearing the entire day.
Do you remember what that is?
Pair of jeans, black shirt.
Skinny jeans like these or something different?
And these are stretchy. They're just regular jeans.
Are they at the house?
Yeah.
Where are they at in the house?
They're folded. I got in a mood today. I needed to clean and wash, and I was in process of doing dishes when Joe got home.
Did they have their heads bowed and their eyes closed praying?
I want to say yes.
Did they see it coming as far as the gun?
I don't think so.
And can you go
They
back?
expected it from me.
I mean, can you go back to that split second moment and think who might have been shot first?
Like I told him, I think it was Papa. And it's because he was the most negative. I mean, his mom, I expected it. Because she was always so judgmental. But Papa always kind of took his side. I mean, yeah, he was stern. But he always took his side and understood. And when he started talking about how he was always a disappointment to him and all that, it was just... got so upset. You don't get upset. I have 2 toddlers. I'm not allowed to be upset.
Can you remember how many times you shot him?
No.
Did you unload the gun?
I don't think so. Because I think the clip still had some in it.
Okay.
I don't know, it felt heavy.
Did you unload it when you hit it?
No. I didn't.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, you know we're going to examine the firearms and do all the ballistics and everything. Obviously, you're smart enough to realize that latent prints and DNA are left upon items such as that. Is Robbie's prints or DNA going to come back on any of those guns?
He knows he's not supposed to touch it because of the federal case. So I was always the one dealing with those. He'd never touched them. He wouldn't touch them.
He knew about them in the truck?
He knew they were there, but I had moved them. I didn't want them there. The only one that I forgot about was the one that was in the truck. So, and since I drove the Raptor a lot more than he did since he's got his motorcycle, I don't think he even realized it.
Which motorcycle is that? Right.
This is the white one with the gold flakes.
And you said that there was a gun kept in the glove compartment in the Raptor,
In the center console.
in the center console.
Yeah. Joe has his weapons there, just like I said, he's got his permit. So he always keeps it with him. So
You guys have been driving the Raptor, correct?
Huh?
You guys had been driving the Raptor.
Yeah, I completely forget that it's there since I never go into center council.
Okay.
And so I go to reach into something and I'm like, okay, I'll take it out when I get home or something like that. And I always forget. I mean, 2 toddlers and work and all this, I tend to forget a lot of stuff, which is another reason Rob and I were getting split, because I can never remember. So.
You guys were talking about splitting up?
Yeah.
Did you know that the gun was there when you went there to the house last night?
I had remembered seeing it when I was dropping off the kids. I had reached in to get them toll money,
Okay.
because our toll sun pass thing was out of money.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to convey?
Sorry.
Let me ask you something real quick. When you went there to meet his parents, night before last night now, where did you park the Raptor at? Was it in the driveway or somewhere else?
It was off to the right, like we always park over by the patio entrance.
So you drive all the way back to where the pool area is?
Yeah, just right around the corner.
And they knew you were coming over?
Yes.
You had told them you were coming over? Before all this happened, how long do you think you had been there?
I know I sat in my truck for at least a good 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes at the most, actually. Because I didn't want them thinking that I was backing out on them or anything. So, 5 minutes, and then I went in and talked to them for a little while.
Did you know it was going to be negative when you went over there?
Oh,
No.
I didn't.
Okay.
She was trying to be so positive early in the day. And I was saying, yeah, well, good things will happen. And everything was good, especially with the kids being there and everything. And then
Were your kids over there earlier?
I had taken him to see them earlier. Papa was out working on the farm, and Mama was inside doing all her Christmas decorations. And we sat down, we talked about Aries' birthday and what we wanted to do on the weekend for the birthday and all the parties she had coming up.
So earlier in the day it had been positive.
Yeah, everything was great earlier in the day.
And you had planned to take your kids over to your mother's house in Orlando?
Correct. Yeah, it was. I was gonna take them that afternoon. Excuse me. I wanted them to spend some time with their dad since we didn't know what was gonna happen with the trial. So I picked them up on Monday. We spent the day Tuesday, and then Wednesday we went up to the Manatee Viewing Center. We ate at Village Inn, just spent time together. We went home, they took a nap. They were down till about 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, because I left, I think, the house about 6 o'clock after Kari giving me a fit. So, yeah, I mean, that was a long drive.
Kari is one of the names. What are the names of your kids?
Aries Phoenix and Kari Savina.
So Kari was giving you a fit, so when did you go out to just kind of decompress or get away?
No, she gave me a little fit, and we got it sorted out, and we left. As soon as she was in the car and the music was going, she was fine.
Is that on your way to Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go there by yourself?
Yeah.
To take the kids?
I did.
And then basically on your way back from Orlando is when you stopped over at Virgil and Shirley's house?
I had called to see, I had gotten home because I was tired and frustrated. I didn't even know if I was going to go. Then I called her just to make sure. And I went.
You called from your cell phone or something?
Yeah, I called her. I was at the house because I called my mom to let her know I was home. And then I called Shirley, or vice versa. I don't remember who I called first. I think it was Shirley that I called first since it was getting late. And then I called my mom to let him know I was home. And then I went over to Shirley's.
Did you call, what phone number of Shirley's did you call? Does she have a cell phone?
The house number, I don't know the cell phone. I have a cell phone number on there, but I never call it, and I don't even know if it's the same one anymore.
Do you know if they even have cell phones that they carry normally, or?
They have one cell phone that I know of, but I think one of the old one wasn't working, and the one that they did share was Papa's, and it was one of those prepaid.
Do they normally keep like firearms in their own house?
Yeah, they're very First Amendment friendly.
Do you know like their typical routine with the firearms? I mean, what?
Not anymore with the old couch. I know Papa used to keep his on the side. And then Mama had hers in the center console, or center of the couch, whatever you call it. But
That's
and
an
then
old,
a gun case.
that's
I
an
know.
old couch that they used to do that in.
Yeah,
That's a new couch that they have now.
yeah. Yeah, I know they have the gun case, and I know they have, probably guns over in their room and everything, because they have their permits too. So.
You wouldn't mind hanging out for a minute?
You need anything? Bottle of water or something? Hey, can you grab her a bottle of water?
Yeah.
There's some in the little fridge. If not, then there's that little case on the shelf. When you were here earlier, obviously I wasn't here. I was over at Virgil and Shirley's house, kind of doing the crime scene stuff over there. Did Detective Blair or any of our crime scene people like swab your hands?
They had later in the afternoon when they took Robert. They did the same thing to him, and they got mine. It was right before we left.
Do you understand what that is?
Yeah.
Gunshot residue?
Mhm.
So it's definitely going to come back positive on you?
I don't know. I took a shower and washed my hands and stuff
Prior
during the
to
day.
coming over here?
No, all during the day. I took a shower first thing in the morning since we were getting ready for court. I know the gun's gonna have my fingerprints since I'm the one that put them away and kept them stashed. Probably both of them.
What did you think was going to be the end result of this? I mean, anything go through your mind as far as what did you think was going to happen?
I was in shock, honestly. Like everybody else, I was in shock. But for a different reason. So I wasn't thinking clearly at all.
Do you think at the point where you get the firearm, the gun out of the console of the truck and go back in the house, I mean, was that your intention?
No. Like I said, I was mainly for me. I didn't want to be the reason my husband goes to jail.
Why do you think you'd be the reason that he goes to jail?
Because on those phone calls that they have recorded of him after poking and prodding and everything, and him saying no, it was my voice telling him, remember what she said. Remember she said to go ahead with what she says, just because she knows her parents better.
Mm-hmm.
And if I hadn't said that, he would have kept going. He would have been fine. They wouldn't have had anything because there is nothing to have. He only agreed because of what she had said. And if it wasn't for my words telling him to remember that, he would be fine. They wouldn't have anything, just her word against his. But instead they have this phone call where they pushed him far enough and I reminded him and he said okay.
I want to ask you a couple of questions, all right? And I need you to, Marisol, look at me real quick. I need you to remember, okay? I understand that there's portions that you don't want to remember, but I think that there's a little bit more that you remember that you don't want to remember, and I completely understand that. Then, as Detective Thomas already told you, we're not still 100% sure that Robbie's not there. I know what you told us. Okay? And I'm hearing what you're telling us. So I want to ask you a couple of real specific questions, okay? Well, what exactly were you wearing today?
Today I was wearing a dress with flowers.
Okay, when this occurred, let me go back. This is going to be about when this occurred. What were you wearing?
The jeans and a black shirt.
Okay.
Any design on the black shirt?
Okay. Where are those clothes now?
At the house.
Okay. Did you wash those clothes?
Yeah,
Or
I
did
did
you
laundry. I don't know if they were in it, but there's a laundry bag with clothes. So I didn't do all the laundry.
Is it in the laundry bag?
Yeah, I put all the clothes in the laundry bag.
Okay. And those haven't been washed. They're just in the laundry bag.
Correct. I don't know if they're still there because I did half laundry today, waiting around for them to come to the car.
Did you get blood on you? And
I don't think so.
you didn't look down and see?
I was, as far as I remember, when I looked in the car, there was nothing.
Okay. What about on your shirt?
It was a black shirt, so
Okay. Do you remember getting any blood on your face or your hands or your arms?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Rob would have noticed.
Okay. All right. What was, can you describe to me what, and you call her Nani?
Ani.
Ani. What was Ani wearing?
I know she was wearing her PJs. I don't know exactly what.
What
And
color?
I always pride myself on details, and I can't remember, honestly.
What color were they wearing? What color were they?
I think they were white or off-white. They were a light color.
Okay. And what was Papa wearing?
I know he didn't have a shirt because he always comes in after working on the farm and just sits with no shirt. I think the shorts were gray. Could have been black, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. I know this is hard. I know this is hard. Okay. But there are questions I have to ask and I have to have answers to. Okay. What, when you came out, based on what you told me, when you came out from the bathroom and they're praying, all right, were their heads down? Were they holding hands already?
No,
Okay.
no, because I remember saying, I don't know how you guys pray, so let's go ahead and get this done.
You said that to them?
Yeah, because I honestly don't know. Growing up Jehovah's Witness, there's different everything. You know, one church bows their head, one church just lets you keep your head up, or, you know, it's different. So I honestly didn't know how they would do it.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you three questions. All right. And I want answers. I'd like answers to all of them. And I think that once you get it out, it'll be a whole lot easier. All right. Where did you shoot Papa?
Honestly, I don't know. I just remember he was standing there with his head bowed, and I pulled the gun. I don't know where I aimed. I don't know what I hit. I remember that. That's it. I just remember pulling the gun, and I know it was towards Papa. That's it.
Was it towards his chest, or was it towards his head, or was it towards his arm? Or was it...
I honestly don't know. I'm 4'11", and everybody else is taller, so I just aimed. I don't know where I aimed. I just pointed. That's it.
Okay. Where did you shoot Ani?
Again, I don't know. I
Where do you think you shot her?
I don't know. I was thinking my arm because she was so close to me, but I don't know. I really don't.
Did you shoot him in the front or in the back? Like in the front, on the front of their body, or on the back of their body, or on the side of their body?
I think Papa was facing me more, whereas Anya was kind of sideways to me.
Okay. You
I
don't.
think.
Okay. How many shots do you remember?
I want to say 2. I don't know. 1, 2. I'm honestly, I don't remember.
Okay. All right.
When you said to the side of you, can you stand up for me real quick? So you think you guys were standing up in the center of the room? They want to hold hands and pray. So if I'm Ani, and you're obviously you, can you demonstrate how she would be standing
I
to
think she
you?
was close to me, like she wanted to.
Like almost facing you like this, or turn?
Sideways, like she wanted to be like right next to me.
So if I'm her, she would be like this.
Yeah. Maybe a little more this way. I just know she was kind of wanting to be close.
And then where was Papa?
And Papa's right where you were. He's
Right
not very much into being close.
Can you kind of demonstrate how you would have responded with a gun so we understand?
Here's a pen.
I know why you're doing this, and it's just
Okay.
having a hard time right now.
I understand. Go ahead. Don't sit on your glasses. Why do you think we're doing this? I'm moving your glasses so you don't sit on them. Why do you think we're
Well,
doing
you
this?
need the visual. I've learned enough in my years of reading and watching. You just need the visual just to put it all together.
And you're the one that can put it together for us. If you want to go ahead and have a seat, go ahead and have a seat. And you're the one that can put it all together for us. Let me ask you this. Did you clean up at all? Did you try to clean up anything?
I don't think so. I know I was scared.
Okay.
After you pulled the trigger and shot them, did you stick around there for any period of time, or did you immediately leave, or something else?
I think I went around just trying to open drawers, just to kind of, I don't know, make it seem like something went wrong.
What did you open?
I know I opened a couple of drawers. I don't know.
Where?
I know there was one in the living room. I may have gone up to the bedroom because I know Honey had a jewelry box.
The one in the living room, do you know where in the living room?
Over by the couch.
Was it like a little nightstand table or end table or something?
I think so. I think they still had that nightstand there.
Okay. What about the one in the room?
I don't know. I just popped open a drawer. I didn't even know if that was the jewelry case or not, because there was another big dresser that I remember from before, but I didn't remember which one was which. I just went straight.
Okay.
Did anything fall when you opened the drawer in their bedroom? Do you remember anything like falling or anything?
I think there was an alarm. I remember red numbers.
An alarm?
I think so. Like I said, I remember red numbers.
Like a clock?
Yeah.
Like an alarm clock?
Yeah.
Okay. When you walked out, where was Papa laying?
I think I tried to avoid, because I think I remember going to the kitchen trying to get out the door.
Okay. Did you go out the kitchen door?
It was locked.
Okay. Where was Papa laying?
I think he was over by the TV.
Okay. Where was Ani at?
Couch? Over by the couch?
Okay. Were they on their back, on their side, on their stomachs?
I don't know. I think Ani was on her side. I didn't pay attention to Papa.
Do you know if they were alive or were they moving or anything when you were leaving?
I think that's why I was so scared, because there was no life. There's nothing.
Do you remember if you shot Ani again when she was on the floor?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't have a reason to. I don't know. I don't know why I would do another shot at all. I mean, I'm not that great of a shot, but pretty sure something that close range would have, I don't know.
Do you remember putting the gun up to their body at all?
I just remember lifting the gun.
Okay.
I didn't know if it was going to go towards me or to who. I just remembered lifting the gun. That's it.
Okay. You're doing really well.
Do you want to have some water there next to you? You need to use a restroom or anything?
Can you, and I know that we keep going back to it, can you remember at all where you shot them?
Honestly, I can't. I'm vertically challenged. So all I know is what I've always done, just aim and shoot.
Okay. Was Robbie there at all?
No, I know he wasn't there. Because his parents would have not said any of those negative things, not as bad. Especially saying that they were disappointed in him. They wouldn't have said that.
To his face?
Correct. To me, it's fine, because it's me. To them, he knows that they're disappointed with him, so it's not something they need to say.
So that's why you're saying they wouldn't say it to his face, because he's aware that they feel that way.
And at no point you talked to Robbie about this at all?
I didn't want to.
Okay. Have you told anybody?
No.
Okay.
He knew I was nervous, that's all he knew. And it was because of the next day. I've been crying all week.
When you left, did you go through the French doors or the kitchen doors?
I went through the back door. The only one that wasn't locked.
Okay. Did any bullets hit anything else inside the house?
I don't know. I think I saw the gun case cracked, but I don't know if it was because of that or if it was already that Mommy and Papa were having issues with the gun case. It's just an older one. They've had it for a while.
Okay. Was Papa's head facing towards the doors or away from, or towards the front door? Was his head facing towards the back door or the front door?
I want to say the front door.
Okay.
I was trying not to look. I know Bonnie couldn't really help it since she was by the couch.
Okay. Was her head facing the front door or the back door?
Facing the TV.
Facing the TV. Like her face was or the top of her head was?
I think her face was.
Okay. Breathe.
I'm not like.
I know you're not. I know this is not normal for you.
I've always been the quiet one. I'm the one that listens to everybody. I'm the one trying to help. I don't do things like this. I don't black out. I'm so mad at myself.
When you hid the guns today, did you take bullets out of them? At no point did you take the bullets out of them?
I think I put one in that I found just in the bag.
You think you put one in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even know how I did it because I don't know how to put those in.
Okay.
I've never loaded anything.
Did you take the magazines out?
I took the magazine out of the one that I used. The other one had been sitting there already. I didn't want to touch it.
Do you remember what kind of gun it was? I know it was a semi-automatic. Do you remember seeing a name on it or anything?
No.
Okay.
I knew it was by itself. I think he has one that's in a holster. And then he had one just by itself.
And it was the one by itself. Okay. Did you go out? Let me ask you this. I know that you said that you weren't sure who you were going to use the gun on. When you went out to the truck, did you go out to the truck to get the gun, or did you go out to the truck for something else?
It was mainly for my pad.
Okay.
Because I'd been a long day, and it just got to somewhere where I could use the bathroom.
Okay.
I don't know why I even grabbed it. I don't like touching them, you know? Considering I'm not supposed to.
It was just the negativity, the anger, and the frustration.
I think it just built up on me. I hold everything in, and that's one thing that I always get in trouble for. Even Rob gets upset at me because I don't talk as I should. I listen to everything that I hear to them.
There's only, in all of this, there's only one question that is still left. I want to make sure that, as you said, the visual is done and all that stuff. And I think it's in you. I think that you have the answer in you. I think it's an answer that is hard to speak. Okay? And I understand why. I understand that. But I want to have your complete story. I want to know complete. Okay, I don't want to fill in any blanks. Right? So, if you can remember, and I think you can, I think it's just very painful too. And I understand why. I really do. But where did you shoot Papa?
I honestly don't know. I just remember lifting the gun and just firing.
Okay. Did you lift it up?
Probably up high.
Up high?
Taller than I am.
Okay.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
When when you left the residence after the shooting, can you remember going out those French doors?
Yeah.
Is that the door you went out?
I couldn't go out any other way.
They were all locked?
Yeah, the front door always stays locked. The kitchen stays locked only if there's nobody, or like it's late, or if nobody's in the kitchen cooking. But usually if Mama's in the house and she's cooking or just kind of running in and out, the door's not locked.
When you went out the door, did you leave it open? Did you close it? What do you remember doing with the door?
I just remember leaving it slightly open. I didn't want to close it all the way.
Why?
Something just told me to leave it slightly open because that way it'd make it easier.
Make it easier for
whoever came by. I didn't want them to have to open it.
Well, let me ask you this: did you leave it slightly open for that reason, or you said that you opened up some drawers so
Yeah,
it
that
looked
too,
differently?
but at the same time, it was just I didn't want to leave it closed, and since I don't know how to break a window, I figured that was
So
easiest.
by leaving some of the drawers open, was that maybe to make it look like somebody had come in and did a burglary or stole something? Was that your intention?
I think so. I didn't know what was going on in my head, and I didn't want to be pinpointed,
Mm-hmm.
especially around family. That's not the way I want this to go down. I love them to death, all of them. I think I was just trying to give myself some time
Some time for
to try to remember everything. I wanted to talk to Robert too, let him know. I didn't want him thinking I was lying to him just out of spite.
if you could tell the family what happened, what would you say? Or Robert?
Robert's completely different. Because I'd be terrified of losing him and my children. I just tell him that I was meaning to do it for me, and I don't know what took over me.
If you saw pictures of the two guns that were in the Raptor, were there two guns in there?
No, just one.
Just one?
Yeah, the other one I had already put away.
Okay, so they were both in the Raptor at one point?
Yeah, they were split between the two trucks since he drove both trucks, and when he left, I kind of gathered everything.
Okay. Where was one gun? I guess there's one in the Raptor, so where was the other one at?
It was in the other truck. I think it was in the lift where the back seat comes up. I know there's a little cubby hole compartment.
Do you know which one you had in the Raptor? Well, let me ask you this. Do you know the difference in ammunition? You know what ammunition is?
Yeah.
Bullets and stuff.
I don't know the difference, honestly. I mean, what I've shot with the family, it's been so many different things that I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Could you describe the one that was in the Raptor that you used last night?
I think it was the smaller of the two. I just know that the one that I didn't use was the one in the holster, because I didn't want to mess with it.
If you saw pictures of them, would you be able to tell which one was which?
Unless they look completely different.
What do you think Robbie's going to think of this?
I don't know. I really don't. That's what scares me. I don't want to lose. That's my best friend.
How did you guys meet?
A mutual friend on MySpace. I was going through some rough times with an ex-boyfriend. She suggested him because he was a good listener, helpful, really good advice, always giving good advice. And we became friends. He kind of told me his story. I told him my story. It just kind of clicked.
You guys play like, you said Diablo and
Yeah, we play
World of Warcraft? Do you have like, what, avatars or something? I mean, how does that work?
Characters.
Characters? How many characters do you have?
I have a few, but only like one main one that I use. Robbie has a couple of them because he likes to level different things.
And Joe is into that too?
That's how we met. It's 3 years of playing World of Warcraft together.
Were you playing World of Warcraft and stuff before you met Robbie?
Yeah. There was an ex-boyfriend of mine got me into it. Then we split. He deleted my character, and that's why I kept bugging Robbie to play, or to get me an account so I could play.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. Afterwards, after you left your in-laws' house, did you go anywhere?
Went straight home.
Did you stop anywhere?
I stopped, I think, to just catch my breath before showing up at Rob's.
Where did you stop?
I think I was over by the Wendy's off at 301. I mean, it was all pretty much kind of closed by then because it was 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever time it was. I don't know.
Where did you pull into the Wendy's parking lot?
No, there's some offices in the back. I was just trying to catch my breath.
Okay, off of 301 and 1.
It was just 301. There's a Wendy's in back behind it. There's some offices. I don't know that side road.
Okay. All right. If you could, for me, give me a pen. Draw out to the best of your recollection, okay, and I'll hold it for you, what the living room looked like when you left. Okay?
I remember that because that's what I see all the time.
Of the gun case?
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, if you
idea.
could just write there what these are. What's that? What's this down here?
It's a chair in the bottom.
Where's the French doors? So if you can,
I'm so sorry.
that's fine.
That's fine. Take your time.
Okay. Where was Ani?
Table. There's a table with a lamp.
Is that the door you opened?
I think so.
And where was Papa? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take this off of you. I can't imagine what it must feel like as a spouse to have parents talk negatively about their own child, especially about my spouse.
It's not that they hated him, they were just so disappointed and never got over things that he's already apologized for and done time for. Yeah, he even said that him meeting me was the best thing because he's changed for the better. And then it's just, this happens and it all reverts. It's like eating again. And he could sense it since the first day that we told him that he got in trouble for this. It's like everything's changed. His family's changed with us. The only ones that he has conversations with is his cousins. Because even his brother and sister have kind of outcasted us. I don't know. Just trying to protect him, I guess. One way or another, he would have been protected.
Are you trying to protect him now?
No. I know he wasn't there. He had nothing to do with this at all. I can promise you that 100%. I'm just scared of the disappointment that he'll have with me when he finds out. Should have been me. We could have avoided all this.
Do you think he had any clue you were involved, knowing that you were over there the night before? And
No. I don't think he put it two to two together because I was always making sure that everything was organized and I took the guns out and I made sure they were put away and I kept forgetting that one, so he kept reminding me. And I told him, yeah, I've got it covered. I'd take care of it. And of course, I forget to, which is another thing he gets so frustrated with me for. Trust me, you would not be okay with this at all. If I had told him, or if he even knew about it, or even attempted to think about something like that, he loved his parents. Regardless of what they thought of him and how they treated him. He may get upset with them and, just want to move. But nothing like this. Ever.
Mr. Balfourman.
When you were leaving their house in the truck, where did you put the gun?
I just had it, threw it in my purse, and I just threw my purse in the back. I didn't want to be near it.
And you waited till you got home to take both guns and hide them?
Yeah, well, I stopped by first to drop that one off. And then later on, I came back. I didn't tell Robbie where I was going. I just said I needed to walk a little bit. He knew I was nervous. I wanted to go to bed so bad, but I didn't want to leave them both there and just...
Have you slept at all since this all occurred?
off and on. I tried to take a nap this afternoon and I just kept tossing and turning. Couldn't sleep. I'm so tired.
What's the whole deal with Robbie's business with Joe?
It's a medical imaging business. We had started one a while back when we first got married, and it didn't pick up as quickly. And with middlemen, it's always kind of hard. And so him and Joe tried to start it up again. That's what they're trying to build up again.
Is Robbie taking advantage of Joe?
No. He wouldn't. That's his like a brother to him.
By what I mean by taking advantage is
I know. Using
monetarily.
I know. No, he wouldn't. I make enough on my own just to be able to do everything. You know, I work enough hours and I pick up extra hours. I haven't lately, but I do. There's no reason at all. I know he wants a better house for the kids, but we save up, you know. I have a thing where, you know, whatever the amount is on my check, I put, you know, the dollars, the change into the savings just to round it up. I don't, it's a habit.
What was the purpose of buying the Harley Davidson?
You get some of these buyers that come down on vacation. They want to meet the boss and take rides. A lot of these foreigners like riding Harleys. That's why in Orlando you see all these luxury rentals for Harleys and Jaguars and all that. It's just to help with the business. And it's also toys for the boys. You know.
All that ammunition that was in the backpack with the guns, where did that come from?
It was all Joe's. He always had a supply in the truck, just in case. Prepared for anything.
Which truck was it stored in?
He was a bit in both. Because that he was always prepared whichever truck he was in. usually if we were riding with him, he would kind of make sure that it wasn't there, because he knows even if he gets pulled over, we'll get in trouble for it. So I was usually very conscious of it.
How long has Joe had those guns?
I have no idea.
Does he have other guns?
In Michigan.
You guys never bought them or anything from Joe? Or he never left them in the trucks for you guys to have
No.
access to?
No, he knows. No, we're not allowed to.
He knows about the felon in possession issues with you guys and stuff?
Well, there's no possession, but I mean, basically, because of probation.
No, well, what I mean is
So-
you would be considered a felon in possession
Yeah.
if you guys got caught with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
because
Joe
of
understands that?
Yeah, he understands that. He, like I said, he would have taken it home with him if he was driving home. But since he took a flight home, you really can't take that onto the plane.
Yeah. When was the last time Joe was in town?
September? I think it was September. He hasn't been here since, so.
When did he drive these trucks down?
He drove the Raptor down. The other one we went with him to pick up.
Like brand new from a dealership or something?
Yeah. He had I guess employee discount or whatnot. So he worked with them and got it over here.
Was that supposed to be for the business? Like a business truck?
Yeah. That's why it's a super duty. To help with some of the equipment and boxes and stuff like that.
Not interrupting anything, am I?
Mhm.
Just a couple of quick questions. When you drew this is from what you remember when you left after you shot them, or from when you went back the next morning?
That's what I remember from the time I left. I didn't go in the next day.
Okay, all right. Can you point on, you said that you remember seeing a crack on the gun case? Can you point
I think it was the bottom corner.
bottom corner,
I think.
So- bottom like left-hand corner?
Yeah, I wanna
If you
say-
pointed to the left side, so that's why I was, okay.
I think so, yeah.
I want to go over just some information with you here.
As far as a crack on the gun, are you referring to like a crack on the case itself? Like what, the glass, the wood, what?
I think it was the glass. I think that was broken.
Remember I told you earlier that we saw that you had made a bunch of phone calls, all right? And just so you understand how these are read, this is the calling number, this is the called number, and this is what happened, and this is the date and time, all right? Now I see this, find it right here. What is your in-laws' phone number?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
Do you have it like programmed in your phone or something?
I just have it set as mama.
As mama? Just want you to help me clear up some stuff here. Get to the right page. It didn't print all of them. Let me go back and get the rest of the ones that were supposed to be printed. Oh, maybe it did. Let me go see if I can find the other ones here.
Hello? Hey, what's up?
Getting my days mixed up. Okay, this is the one. Does this look about
Yeah.
like your,
I think that's the right one.
okay,
677.
okay,
Yeah.
677, that sounds about right. And that's gonna be at 8:54 in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I notice that there's a number of this. Do you
That's
know
my
that?
mom.
That's your mom? Okay. Then,
My mom called again, it looks like.
yes, she did. And then, this is your number, right?
Yeah.
That's mom, okay. Now, right here, we see where, I see where Robbie is calling you
I have my phone on vibrate.
on vibrate, okay? Or he calls you a number of times
Yeah. I
until,
completely missed it.
okay. Now, so all these are just missed calls that he's trying to call you.
Yeah.
You see that this is all his number.
Mhm.
All right. Now you see this phone call right here. And this is a call that you made out to him.
Uh-huh.
Is this after you had shot them?
This is 9:39.
This is actually at 9:39.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called him.
Okay. What did you guys talk about?
I think I just let him know that I got to his mom's.
Okay. And then you called him again at
10:23.
10:23. And you talked for another period of time.
Yeah.
What did you talk about there?
Just letting him know that I was living at his parents' house.
That you were leaving his parents' house?
Yeah. And we just randomly talked about the kids and stuff and going to the store.
Okay. This is the last call that goes out from your phone to his phone, and it's at 10:35.
From
Okay.
his phone or my phone?
It goes from your phone to his phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, you called him.
Okay.
And then it goes out at 10:35. Because so if this is 9:39 and this is after everything has happened, it takes you almost an hour to get back. It takes you 4
Well,
minutes
like
shy
I
of an
said, I
hour.
stopped by to get that. I stopped by to catch myself, and then
Okay.
I stopped by to put that gun away.
Okay, all right.
And I
then-
had told him I was around the corner, but I wasn't.
Okay.
I was actually there.
Was he upset that it took an hour to get home or anything?
No, he was just curious. I said, no, I just stopped to put some gas.
Okay. And then you see right here where
This
and
morning.
that's this morning,
Mhm.
or yesterday morning now at 6:16. So were you ignoring these calls or?
No, I just completely. I had the phone on vibrate, didn't even hear it.
Okay. When you made this call at 20:54 to the house, where were you at?
I was at my house.
You were at your house?
And that's why I called my mom right away, because I was letting her know that I got home.
Okay. So about what time, and you told them at this point you were coming over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so the last phone call I see with your mom is going to be at 20:55.
It's 9:50 or 8:55.
Yeah. So about 9:26. Are you on your way at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. When you missed the first call, do you know if you were on your way or not on your way?
I was on my way. I was driving slow. I was
Okay.
kind of dreading going over to their house, honestly.
Okay.
I was just not wanting to be there to pray, you know. I wanted to pray, but at the same time I didn't want to pray because
No, I understand. You wanted to do the right thing, but the negativity was obviously stressing.
And like I said earlier, they were fine, but I knew that as soon as I brought it up, something was gonna, because that's what usually happens.
Do me a favor.
Within 24 hours.
Me too, Marisol. So remember, I'd like to keep everything your words is your words and my words is my words.
Mhm.
Just put down, if you wouldn't mind, signing down in the corner. And then today's date is the 13th, November.
Thanks.
Okay. I've been looking for this thing.
Yeah, I don't want the family to,
I understand.
they're already hurting enough, they don't need to know about me.
I understand. There's a, there's a time that they'll know. It's not something we can keep from them, but I understand. And I remember you very clearly asking me in the at your house to portray it as best I could.
Like I said, it was, my main intention was for me. Since I failed the first time, I was gonna try again. So,
Well, a lot of times we want the pain to go away. Sometimes we do it some ways, and other times we do it other ways. Is there anything that you want to say or that you want to add that I haven't either asked you or haven't given you the opportunity to say? Because now's your time to say whatever you want to say.
just want to apologize. Karma's a bitch, it'll get me. You know it will. I know they'll never forgive me. And I don't expect them to. Just hope they don't outcast my kids for it. I hope they don't outcast Robbie for it.
There's some cases where forgiveness comes and some cases where forgiveness goes.
I know that's what they want.
Well, but that's not yours to worry about. What's yours to worry about is forgiving yourself.
I won't. It was my family.
When are you expected to pick up the kids?
My mom was gonna keep them until Rob could get this cleared up for right now.
Okay. So she's gonna keep them for a period of time.
Probably
guys-
a couple of days because we didn't expect it to take too long, especially since you guys had custody of us.
Right. What is there any like legal? Do they have like legal guardianship of them or anything like that? Okay.
I mean, they
I-
have certain things that they are allowed to do.
Medical and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I didn't know if there had been with the other stuff that was going on. I didn't know if there had been some sort of involvement with the state with the kids.
No,
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't want them to.
Well,
Me and Robbie have already chosen godparents just in case.
who's your chosen godparents?
That would be Candace and her husband Jamie. They live down the road. Please don't take them from my parents right now.
The last thing I'm going to do, quite frankly, I'll be very honest with you here. So, starting to deal with children is a lot of paperwork and very time consuming. So,
They're with my parents. They're fine.
do you want me to call your parents and let them know what's going on, or do you want me to, or do you want to call them at some point?
I honestly wouldn't want them to know.
Okay.
The only thing is just let them know that I won't be able to pick them up for a while.
Okay. Is mom's best number to get a hold of is that 352 number?
Yes.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you want to say? Okay. Do you have anything in your pockets or anything?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're going to conclude the interview, and I'm going to walk with you next door. Okay. You can take your body as well.
Do I get to see Joe? Just on the building?
I told you I would let you see Joe. It's 6:32, and this is going to conclude the interview.
Marisol Best was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Robert Best was not charged with any crimes related to his parents' murder.